Good morning, kiddo. I'm going to record some notes for you today, and I'll send you the handout electronically. But I'm going to show you how to fill this in right now, so you can follow along with us as you do it down in Florida. So first of all, some terminology. We're going to spend almost the entire time today talking about this formula about the area of a triangle is equal to 1/2 the base times the height. So here's some introductory notes. First of all, the base of a triangle can be any side of the triangle. The base of a triangle can be any side of the triangle, and we're going to explain what that means a little bit later as we go along here. The height of the triangle is the length of the segment that is drawn perpendicular to the base and that goes through the vertex of the opposite angle. Now, there's a lot of terminology in there, and so what we're going to do is decipher all of that and give you examples and give you practice on all of this. So every triangle has 3 bases and 3 heights. So we have a sample triangle here, and what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take your highlighters, and we're going to first of all do the easiest one in this triangle. Is I'm going to highlight this side, and that is a base. That is a base. And so what I want to do is I want to find the corresponding height for that base. Well, the height has to be drawn perpendicular to the side, and it has to go through the opposite angle, or the vertex of the opposite angle. So here's the vertex of the opposite angle, and we want a segment that's drawn perpendicular. So to get a perpendicular, you can use anything that's got a right angle on it. I'm going to use this index card, and it's got to be perpendicular, so I want the right angle here, but it has to go through that vertex. So I'm going to put my pen tip right here. I'm going to slide it along right there. And I know it's perpendicular. I know it goes through the vertex. I'm going to draw that in with a dashed line. So I know that it's perpendicular there. And I'm going to color code that with blue also to show that that base and that height go together. So now I'm going to do the same thing for the other 3 sides, because each of the sides can be a height, and these are going to be a little bit tricky. And I'll explain why. I'm actually going to turn the paper, and I'm going to call this side right here a base. And I want the segment that's perpendicular to that goes through the opposite vertex. So again, I'll take my right angle here, and I'll put it over here. As I slide this along, I know, wait, it goes outside the triangle, and that's okay. It's okay if we go outside the triangle. Here's where the side is. I know that this is still perpendicular, so I'm going to extend the side with some dashed lines, and then the height, here's the vertex. I'll draw a dashed line down here to show that those are perpendicular. I'll put the perpendicular in there, and I'll highlight this with pink because this is the height for that side of the triangle. We have one side of the triangle left, and that's this side right here. So I'll highlight that in a different color, and I'd like to find the height for that particular side. So I'm going to turn the triangle again. It's just visually easier if the base is on the bottom side. I'll take my index card and I'll slide it right along the base until it hits this point right here, and it's going to be right about in there. And again, this one goes outside the triangle. Slide over just a little bit more. So we're flat along that side, the base, and here it's perpendicular. I'm going to draw in my perpendicular and then put this in with a dashed line right there, and then a dashed line right there. So for this base, for that side of the triangle, this is the corresponding. That's the corresponding height of the triangle. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to practice that right now. We're going to do that same procedure with the handout that you're given. And that would be this handout right here. 3 different triangles. three different triangles on this handout, and for each one of them, I would like you to draw in the base and the height, the three bases and the three heights for each triangle, and use your markers to color code those. So I'm going to stop the video, give you time to do that right now, and then we'll come back and we'll take a look at it.